Let's bring in Alex Stamos, former Chief Security Officer at Facebook. Thanks so much for joining us, Alex. I guess my main question on this is there's some messaging out there from Apple that if they provide this so-called backdoor, even if they are providing it to the trusted people at the FBI, that things get out of hand there, that you open Pandora's box and start going down the slippery slope, that everyone can then, one way or another, pick up this backdoor in future, and all sorts of data will be out in the open. Is that a fair point for Apple to make?
So I don't think Apple's making the point that anybody can get to the back door, but I do think they're smart to resist this. One of the issues that we continue to have in the United States is that law enforcement thinks about their own issues and to do their own job, which is to protect people in the United States, but they don't think about the global implications. And Apple, like the other major U.S. tech companies, is involved in a multi-decade struggle for global dominance against mostly other tech companies from China. And one of the only things that they have that is one of their long-term advantages is that people trust them to build products that are secure and safe. And so there is a fundamental problem here that if Apple decides to build backdoors for the United States, there is no good reason why they should be able then to say no to China and then India and Indonesia and Brazil and any other country that has the economic power to bring to bear. So I do think it's smart for Apple to resist here.
What I don't understand about this exactly, Alex, is that Apple has cooperated with the FBI, according to them, giving them some information. They said gigabytes of data, talking about iCloud backups and some other things. So in that case, does that mean Apple is selecting what information on this phone it's giving the FBI, so the power is in Apple's hands then?
So I think Apple and other companies treat two kinds of data differently. So Apple has backups that people can choose to keep on Apple servers, and they will provide that data to governments under lawful process. They do so in the United States with a warrant. There's a totally different system in China. But by doing so, they are only providing data that has been voluntarily sent up to their data centers. What they're resisting here is the creation of a special piece of software that Apple could load on these iPhones, which, to be clear, are actually two very old iPhones. So because they are old, this might be a technical possibility, but it would be technically possible for Apple to create a backdoor that would work on these older iPhones. But once that is created, their ability to resist turning over that backdoor to other governments is going to be very limited. To be clear, this is only because of the way that these phones were designed years ago. With a modern iPhone that you buy from the store today, this kind of backdoor is theoretically not possible.